Hey, Jean-Serge Gagnon here. So do you still wonder if you should be registering your name? You know, you're like, oh, I got a website, I got a blog, I got Wix, or I got Blogger or whatever, or WordPress. And it's a link. It's fine. It's why do I need to spend anything on a domain name? And we're going to talk about that in a second and why you need to do that. But first, I want you to make sure you enable notifications up there to make sure you don't miss out on any of these videos I do. Or if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and go to Master of Simple and get on my list. We'll talk about more about that in a second. So I registered Success with JS when I first started over 3 years ago. And the thing is that is okay. You can do that. You can register a name like that. But you really want to register your family name as well, because the thing in the end, what you're doing is you're building your personal brand. You're building your business online. And if you're doing that, then you want to have your domain name. Now, it doesn't matter that you completely use it, that you set up everything with it and everything else, but you should register it as soon as possible. Yourname.com. So my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, so I registered jeansergegagnon.com, right? And the thing is that if your name is common, like John Smith, for example, and you try to register johnsmith.com and it's taken already, well, you can always say Meet John Smith, or you can add your initial or your middle name in there, but it's got to be unique to you. And the other thing you want to do too is that you want to go on every single social media platform you can think of that you don't already have an account, and you want to set up an account with that same name. So, when I started, again, I made the mistake of registering Success with JS. Like on Pinterest, for example, I have Success with JS. On YouTube, it's Success with JS, right? But everywhere else that I set up later on, because I didn't do it in the beginning, I used my name, right? Jean-Serge Gagnon. So you can find Jean-Serge Gagnon on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, right? I mean, it's all the same. It's all jeansergegagnon.com. And again, for me, an exception for Facebook, because I had the Facebook account long before even, starting this online journey. But that's the thing. So you should register yourname.com. And why? Okay, so let me just maybe talk a little bit more about why you need to be doing that, right? Why do you need to register your name? Like, what's the big deal, right? Like I said, you can go to WordPress.com, get a free domain there that's yourname.wordpress.com, right? And that's going to be free. It's not going to cost you anything. You can go to Wix and set up, yourname.wix.com to have your own website, your own blog site. You can go to I don't know, there's tons of them, right? If you just Google, set up my own website or a free website or a blog site or whatever, you're going to find a whole bunch of them, right? Like Blogger, for example, is another one. And the thing is that it's okay to start. You don't have a budget, whatever. But registering a domain is really not that much. It's like $15-20, right? Depending on where you go. If you want to know where I use ZoneEdit, it's actually $17 Canadian. I don't know, 15 or 12 US or something like that. So if you're wondering about a site if you're finding that it's more expensive than that, then send me a message. Let's have a conversation. Maybe I can help you find it. And just make sure that you get it registered right away, because you never know. Somebody else out there might have your name and they might register it later and then you're out, right? So register today, right now, do that right now. Go to your computer, type in your name, go to, GoDaddy.com, ZoneEdit.com, Wix or whatever, and click on the button, get domain or register domain or buy domain, right? And get that done today, right? And like I said, go to all the social media platforms that you don't already have an account, and even the ones that you can create a secondary account if your account name doesn't match. Go ahead and create those accounts right now so that you have them set up for whenever you're ready to start using those platforms. But at least you have your name saved and registered, and it's the same name. It makes people easy to find you. They can just put your name and they'll find you wherever. And they can follow you, they can, like your stuff, comment on your stuff, everything, just by knowing your name. So when they know you one place, then they'll know you at the other place, right? Because it's all the same person, right? And that also helps with the verification stuff that you can do on Instagram, for example, or Facebook. You can get verified, and one of the things they look for is your, commonality across everywhere, right? So, anyways, yeah, so register your domain name. And I was talking earlier about going to masterofsimple.com, putting in your name and email there to get on my list, but also you get my free ebook, The Top 10 Simple Online Strategies to actually attract customers and team members to you, all right? So go to masterandsimple.com, put your name and email, and get on my list and get that free ebook. And of course, if you think anybody needs to hear this message, and please go ahead and share. I'd really appreciate it. And comment below. Where are you watching from? I'd love to hear from you. All right, you have yourself a great day. We'll talk again soon.